So if we take all that as intelligence, this introduces a really important point of this search for extraterrestrial life, is because what human is going to think that an 8-legged suckered creature that's got no skeleton is actually intelligent? So if we remove our bias that intelligence has to look like us and it have to evolve like us, then that opens our minds to thinking that intelligence can come in different shapes and forms. And that's we have that just on this planet, that intelligence has different shapes and forms, which is I think it's important to look at when we're thinking about this. Is there intelligent life out there? And we assume that there is life out there just from probability. And another thing we'll talk about next week in the Drake equation, which was designed, a mathematical or probabilistic equation developed to actually show this mathematically, that life is out there. And that's pretty well accepted, except by scientists, that you can put some physical parameters together like suns and planets that are habitable, planets that have the chemicals needed for life. You probably will get bacteria, but then does it go any further than that? Do we get to complex life? And a lot of biologists would say, yeah, so if there's a possibility of having bacterial life, then that should evolve into multicellular, more complex life. And then a lot of people would also say, once you've got complex life, that complex life that has challenges, challenges in life usually lead to technological advances, then you're going to have an intelligent life. So it's quite a linear process that's happening. But then you add in another factor, which is time. So this thing could be happening at different times and different rates of evolution because of different environmental pressures that are put on the species on a planet. So one of the important things we need to consider is how lucky we are on Earth to have the physical Earth we have, not just the water, but the fact that we have coastal zones and the fact that we have a moon that gives us tides. And as a biologist, I know that most of the diversity of life on Earth is in that intertidal zone. And we know, all scientists would know the fact, most people know, that life started in an ocean, probably as bacterial, then developed into a fish, that fish became an amphibian, walked onto land, became a reptile, so on, so on, so on. Some smart ones went back, and that's how life kind of evolved on this planet. But there was really almost random factors that led to the point where we had a moon that gave us tides. That event that gave us a moon was a meteorite impact that split off the moon from Earth. That impact, I also believe, gave us our tilt. So the tilt of the Earth is planets can sit straight upright, ours tilts. And if we didn't have a tilt, we wouldn't have seasons. And if we didn't have seasons, we wouldn't have the ability for worms to eat fallen leaves. As a simple example, leaves falling in winter allow food to be on the ground for worms to eat. And, basically we evolved from worms, Sylvia.